Hey, how's it going? So, some things happened. Namely, the month of April ended, which means that this is a manga log. But I have an actual announcement. Something that I have been trying to do for months now, and I'll finally be able to do it next month, and that is, I'm moving, motherfuckers. I'm finally getting out of this one-bedroom fucking apartment. I'm doing it. Yes. So, yeah, I am finally going to be able to move out of this one-bedroom apartment. You can tell that I have a lot of shit to move. So, yeah, next month, the entirety of May, I will be slowly packing up all of my manga, which is not going to be great. I loathe it, but I will slowly be packing this up, which means that my amount of videos that I'm going to be doing is probably going to be a little bit less. I might be able to fit, this month's manga log into the beginning of next month, but I also might not be able to do that, and I don't know how much I'm going to be reading this month, as I am just going to be packing. So, I'm finally leaving this apartment after 7 years of living here. So, yeah. But, enough about what I'm going to be doing next month. Let's go back to last month. And that is the amount that I read. Which is definitely more than what I read in March. So, April, I have definitely increased the amount. With there being 20 volumes of manga, 0 comics. I started 3 and then I finished 2 series. So it is not too crazy. It's about what I usually do. And all in all, it was a pretty good month, to say the least. Though, yeah. But I'm just so happy to get out of this fucking apartment. And I'll be moving into a 2-bedroom. So I'll finally have my own room for my manga, and allows me to buy more shelves so I can finally stop double stacking and I can actually expand. But let's get into the things that I started last month. So, no way, I usually do what I finished first. Let's get into what I finished last month. I'm just so excited to be leaving this place. On to what I finished in the month of April. There was only 2 series that I finished, like I said, and one of them is one of those situations where it was a part of a series. So, still counting it because it had a conclusion to the story, So, that would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. This series has become one of my favorites. It started a little rough for me with parts 1 and 2, and then by part 3 and 4 I was hooked, and as it stands right now, part 5 is my favorite, though that might change. I do have the first volume of part 6, and I'll be getting more of part 6, so all in all, really loved it. Was sad that certain characters died, but all in all, really solid story, and it's fucking JoJo's. I don't really need to say any more. It is fantastic. So, on to the other series that I finished, and this one, I think, yeah, I liked it. I'm not going to say that I hated it. I definitely liked it, and that's Fire Force, with 34 volumes wrapping it up. When I first started Fire Force, this was, years ago, I didn't think that it was going to become a prequel to Soul Eater, but, it was still really good, and it makes me want to finish Soul Eater. Granted, it, in the last several volumes, it started showing more and more signs that I was going towards that, and it is interesting to see that that's certain reasons why the characters in Soul Eater are the way they are, is because this sets up the entire world of Soul Eater. And yeah, all in all, really enjoyed it. Really solid. I will eventually get around to finishing Soul Eater now, because I've finally read the prequel, though I didn't know it was the prequel when I started this. So, all in all, just 2 really good series, and yeah, that's it. It's usually, if I had more to say, like, they're good. As a result, I don't have much more to say. They're good. Just read them. That's it. Let's get on to what I started. So, on to what I started in the month of April. And there was only 3, so not as many as other months, but still pretty solid. And from what I've read of the 3, I will probably continue reading them. So, the first up is Blade of the Moon Princess. This is by the same mangaka of Spy Family. So really enjoyed it. It's story-wise is the Moon Princess, who is named Kaguya. Yeah, Kaguya. Yes. Kaguya is the Moon Princess, and she is on her way to inherit the title of the Empress and all that from her mother. But there is a coup, and as a result, she is forced to go down to Earth to escape the coup, all while losing her mother in the process, and her trying to now gain power that, her mother had, and get back to the moon and reclaim her throne. It is a pretty simple story, and I like it. I enjoyed it. Like, I think that it's pretty solid. I can't really say much more about it. Like, pretty solid, bog standard shonen, but you don't need to have a complicated story to be a good shonen. Yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I found that if I like this story, I say less about it, because it's just good and I have really no critiques about it. But that might change with, the next couple of volumes, if there are going to be more volumes, or if it was just going to be sold all the way through. The first volume is always a guess. But this one, I know that there's an anime out for it, and I've seen some clips from it, so this is why I picked it up, and that is Handyman Sotaru in Another World. It's an isekai where the handyman Sotaru, Satoru, I think is how you pronounce it, gets transported to another world, and the merry band of adventurers that he joins, and I guess the best description is like he's now the rogue in the party, and it's fairly interesting. Like, it's not like other isekais where the main character becomes overpowered. No, he's just a dude, and he is able to repair some shit, lockpick, because he, worked as a locksmith at points, and yeah, he's just a guy. He's just a little guy. And it's essentially just like vignettes about his time in the world, as well as different learning aspects of the party itself. And all in all, really solid, not too crazy. And you also see snippets of the other adventuring parties, and Jesus Christ, everyone in the other parties are a little bit weird, but all in all, pretty solid if you just want to read something that has like little vignettes here and there. All right, on to another one that I kind of enjoyed, and I have the first 4 volumes, including the one that I'm reading, but the one that I read, but haven't got around to reading the rest, and that is The Moon on a Rainy Night. This one is a yuri, and it's essentially a story about this lovely lady, Sasuke. She has a really large crush on her piano teacher. Unfortunately, her piano teacher is like, hey, I'm getting married, and she's like, but are you sure? And she's like, yes, I am. And that's one of the reasons why she kept on, continuing to learn piano, is because she had a major crush on her piano teacher, and unfortunately, I don't think her piano teacher is, one, gay, and two, gonna be alright dating a middle schooler going into high school. So, yay. Good on her. Anyways, she then gets into high school where she meets a girl named Kaon. Who is hard of hearing. Her hearing is very weak in her left ear, but slightly stronger in her right ear, and she, over time, got sick, and then that's how she lost hearing. And they essentially, become friends, and she has a major crush on her, and I am just hoping that everything goes great and there's no heartache, because I was just like, please just end happy. I just want you two to be happy together, and they're adorable together. And Jesus Christ, she has a lot of gay panic. So yeah, all in all, pretty good series so far. I will definitely be interested in the rest of the series. So yep, that's it. These 3 series that I read in the month of April. I had to think about that for a second. So yeah, that's it. Let's get on to the ending of the video. So that's the end of the manga log. Probably the second to last in this room, in this apartment. Oh, I can't tell you how much I love the fact that I'm moving. But yeah, this is probably the last time you will see these shelves being full. I will be starting tonight filling up some boxes and seeing how many I can fit into this one box. I think I could fit like a few shelves, maybe, possibly. I'm gonna need more boxes, aren't I? Well, I have about a month or 2, and yeah, all in all, that's about it. If you liked any of the stuff that I talked about, think about hitting in the comments down below. Tell me about it, and tell me any recommendations that you have. I probably won't be able to buy manga soon because I need to spend a lot of money to move, because that's how it usually goes. If you have any qualms or what have you, put them in the comments as well. If you like this video, think about hitting the like button, and if you'd like to see more of this bearded face, think about hitting the subscribe button. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what else. I'm just excited to be leaving this fucking place and going into a new place that hopefully will be better, and I don't find out that it's other shit in like a few months. So this might age poorly or well. We'll see. That's it. Bye. But actually, I'm forgetting about the sign off. Just stay safe out there. Summer's coming around. If you just stay safe. Stay inside. Read some awesome manga. Listen to some banger music. Play some great video games. Get some friends together to play some TTRPGs. And yeah, that's it. Bye. This time for real.